I am here with the great John Byrne inside his wonderful studio. John, thank you for welcoming us in here.
Well, you're welcome.
I want to get right to it and ask you a question that I think is percolating in the minds of many John Byrne fans. Is there a chance you might be doing a new book for Marvel?
There's a chance. There's always a chance.
How much of a chance, John?
Well, I'd say it's about 50-50 because it's either going to happen or it isn't.
You've been sharing some pages of that you've been doing essentially on spec, and you've been sharing it on your forum, Byrne Robotics. Tell me about the idea behind it and why you were inspired to jump back into the X world.
Somebody had asked me on my forum whether there was any chance that I would go back to Marvel. And I got to thinking about it, and I thought, well, can I go back to Marvel? Can I even still do that? Can I pencil for someone else to ink? Can I put myself back into that frame of mind? And I thought, well, you know, let's pretend it would be a kind of an Elseworld where Phoenix didn't die and proceed from there. And I know they've done that before, but this would be my version. And so I did a page, just a practice page. And then I did another one, and then I did another one. And pretty soon I had 20 pages. And I kept posting them on my website, and C.B. Soboski, who's the new editor-in-chief at Marvel, saw them and said, let's talk about this. So in Boston, at the convention, we had a breakfast business meeting and talked about it. And there's nothing to announce yet, but you know, it's out there in the ozone. Has
it been refreshing to step back and work with these characters again? It's been quite a long time since you did the Hidden Years.
Yeah.
So
and these are the X-Men from my vintage. You know, the strangest thing about it has been the fact that they pretty much just fell out of the pencil, like they'd always been there. They'd just been waiting for the moment to get ushered back onto the stage. There was no, oh gee, how does this guy work? No, it was all there.
And you mentioned that this would be kind of the continuation of when, around the story when you left the book. Way back when, in '84, the Phoenix The Untold Story showed the original ending that you and Chris had, where Phoenix, spoiler alert, lived. This would be picking up right after that?
Exactly after that. I suggested that if this does become real, then we should reprint The Untold Story as issue 0. So you say, it goes to here, then you sort of come back next month or next week or whatever, and here it is.
You've talked before about how the dense continuity in comics, not just Marvel, but Marvel has this problem too, that it's so hard to crack, and for new readers, that it's also the same kind of problem for creators to step back in after a while to a book like the X-Men or the Avengers. Is doing an out-of-continuity story like this pretty much the only way that you would do something again?
I think it is. I think it's really the only way I could return to Marvel would be to go back in time and go back to, you know, what was it, 1980? And of course, as I like to say, this is going to be like Hidden Years in that it's set in the past, but it takes place in the present. So, you know, you won't have to know any 1980 topical references, and all the cars will be modern and all the fashions will be modern, just to make it easier and also to avoid any suggestion that it's a reprint. You know, I don't want people going, oh, it's just a reprint. No, it's not. So we'll see, but it's all speculative at this point.
You know, if this happens, this is you may create a new path for artists to get their books greenlit.
Possibly.
Posting spec pages on online as you develop them.
I'll loan out my forum for people to do that, yes. We'll turn Marvel into nothing but imaginary stories. It'll be great.